And let's learn more about the constituency, Gamalete, from Boniface Mabeo, the Member of Parliament for Gamalete constituency, who's joining us in the studio. Good morning, sir. How are you feeling today?
Good morning, sir. I'm feeling good. How are you?
Naki grumpy blind. I have to drag myself out of bed. Eish.
Kantili it's selemo sa boswana or se botlhokwana.
I'm telling you, I never have a problem in summer. I can wake up, I can let's see mo ke rema hela mo letsatsi ho sna la ile mathata.
Honorable Boniface Mabeo, honorable so that I can ask you, first of all, why don't you want to be called honorable?
No, the problem is, well, don't play about well, problem is, we tend to think that we are bigger than what we actually are. Because of the title is on itself. I think for me, it's more about service, being a servant, as opposed to honorable. Yeah. So that's why.
Okay, it's part of protocol. So ha ke kopana le re Boniface Mabeo. Ke dumedisa la ke re
nyana ka blancha, everybody calls me Blancha.
Blancha.
Yeah. Just call me Blancha.
So, Blancha, I want to know politics and getting into politics. Yeah. When did you get into politics and how did that happen?
Okay.
Let's get to know Blancha.
Okay. 2019.
Yes.
I was working for the United Nations, Botswana. I was the head of communications there. And then I was approached by 3 gentlemen. But I was always a follower of politics. I decided right there to quit my good job and try out politics. The party IEP at that time. I lost. But what inspired me to go in really was well, the state of the country. I had the opportunity to work closely with Libahol at a young age. And getting one of the decision decision is biased towards one thing or the other, you know, either political ambition or personal interest or whatever. So they take decisions, they make decisions based on things not necessarily for us. So I thought maybe Mutogata will contribute and make the right decisions for the people and really be a servant of the people. And that's one of the reasons why I joined politics. There's a number of reasons, but that's one of the major ones.
So I think one thing, it would be amiss if I didn't ask this. You leave the job as head of communications at United Nations, 2019. Yeah. You lose.
Yeah.
It's natural for someone to go like, hey, how about you?
No, my brother. I remember even my old lady. You know, when people think of the UN job, it's like something really big. No, a lot of people, even including my closest friends. I remember one of my closest friends, we do a Tamelo de Ras. He told me to my face, Raymond, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are when I sharp? So, well, it was quite a journey. There was a burning desire inside of me. I couldn't let go. Yes. Also, I'm highly spiritual. I love Jesus Christ. I had 2 special dreams that showed me my journey to Parliament back 2017, 2018, back then. So I believed him. I believed what I saw. So people couldn't see it. People around me couldn't see it. I went in. I suffered after I lost those elections. 2 years. 2 years. Unemployed. And I sold everything.
Sure.
I remember ke rekisa koloi ya ka ke le se ke bona maabane bile ke e le go campaign go really go dumisa batho go atka go dumang ka ke bone bile avensis it's a ke bone logo bile ri that's the guy so who's a here rekisa etsa mayana a tsena mo sekontra ba brika e be tshubeletse tshibile go morago ke tshwere madinyana ale e be etsa makoloi and I walked Mariana face of duelo kone ke duelo dikolo to go bankeng e be ke tsama ke go pagama basuko ya ga sabelo ko basrenki ke boela ramotswa ka bus
Sure.
ke jelo completely I lost everything my brother I lost everything but I had faith I had faith. I believe in God. This thing was burning inside of me. Even these things have been speaking inside of me for so long. It's only now that they're coming out. It's a journey. It's a journey that one had to take. It's my journey.
So it's been an eventful 6 years. Let's talk just briefly. Now you how in 2019 into politics, you were with AP.
Yeah.
Now you're with BCP.
Yeah.
That transition.
Well, I've always been BCP.
Yes.
I've always been BCP to be honest. It's only that the BCP had decided to join the UDC. I didn't like that mixture. I didn't like that mixture. Olona, Libo, Ian Khama. I didn't like that. So I didn't want to join that. That's why AP, because Nelly won't take join Ione because it made a lot of sense. Even although Chile, all the things they taught me to not like Dumabo or to not like Ian Khama, they are with them now. But anyway, but that's the truth. And then I went home. I joined BCP.
Yes.
I went and joined Party Party
Okay. All right. It's 7:25. Yarna FM Left the Music. You are live on Freedom Square, where we tackle issues. Sometimes we're serious. We will get serious, but we're still serious. We're joined by Honorable Boniface Mabeo, aka Blancha, a member of Parliament for Gamalete constituency. One would like to know, now I'll say this. Fox. You're not afraid. And, I think for us as young people who want to see change and, people who are aware of what's going on, it's good to see somebody like that representing not only that constituency, but asking the questions which, maybe I'm not in a position to ask. But I would like to know, though, your long-term goals as a politician, because now it's in. You are inside. you took the biggest risk of all time. Hey.
Hallelujah.
Hey.
Hallelujah.
What is your long-term goal in politics?
Obana, we need to fix the country. I believe that my role and I believe is really to clean up. We need a new set of leadership that has integrity. We need a new set of leadership that wants nothing to do with corruption. We need new ideas. We're young people. I mean, we've Port Elizabeth. We saw the city develop right before us. 6 months down the line, it's like a whole different. But I plan to stay on and to remain loyal to saving the people and to try and bring in new ideas.
Yes.
Let's bring out new ideas. Let's do what they're doing.
Yes.
This is the year of the truth. This year, everything is gonna come out. I didn't see it. I didn't know what he was talking about, but I'm seeing it is happening. A lot of things are gonna have to come out.
Before we go to news headlines, Ramabel, now I'll ask this question because me and Fox, we do this show. It's a breakfast show. A lot of people listen, from all walks of life. And sometimes when you talk about certain things, even your friends will ask you, aren't you afraid?
Well, you know my relationship with Jesus, right?
Yes.
The King of Kings.
Yes.
You can't even see them.
Yeah.
So I'm safe.
Yes.
Well, somebody has to do it. Somebody has to say it. If I die, you guys will carry on. You guys will carry. Yesterday, Kinekile addressed some youth from the US that are visiting the country, and this young man is about 17 or 18. And he's got excited because he's colored. I thought he was American.
Yeah.
And thinking, well, I do Mr. Mabeo, you're my hero. You're my role model. And he's a young man who's 17. You see, young people have started watching and noticing.
Yeah.
So I'm safe. Lilu Nabalefaba. If anybody comes out, you're going to stand up and fight with me, are you not?
Absolutely, we are.
Everybody's going to fight with us. Everybody fights with the truth. Everybody loves honesty. Everybody loves I mean, Kira Posofokai. Kira Posofokai.
Happen to add on to that, there were men and women who were brave at a time where it was deadly to be brave. Rosa Parker, I'm sitting down. Malcolm X, I
Imagine.
Exactly. We were not born to be
I'm
cowards.
I'm not afraid of anyone or anything.
On the other side, we continue with a brave man joining us in studio on the other side of the news headlines. 66 on Yarona FM, good morning and welcome back to a place of human interest stories where we inform and educate. I hope otsere shawara mapakela or fresh. If not, ona le ministry o ka hetang ka ono bo shawara da. Today we are joined in studio by Boniface Mabeo, the Member of Parliament for Gamalete constituency in Botswana, and now we're going to talk about plans in line with development and governance for constituency Nyahagwe. Let's start here, Member of Parliament. What are your top 3 priorities for the Gamalete constituency this year?
Well, this year let me talk overall. Big ones. Kwa Gamalete we use one road. It's along the Down River. So every time I pull it in, the Down River overflows. Therefore, we're stuck that side. We can't come to work, or you can't go into Ramotsa. I think that's a security risk for us. It's a big issue for us. It's one achievement. If I achieve something and build another road, it's on Gumaraho. Yeah, so we go yeah, it's a because what I'm going to tell you, I was if we plan, we have to plan. I like countries that plan for about 50 years. Where we come from, Tom Kraha, they plan for 5 years. But I look little here, little there, nothing in the end. We need to start planning for 50 years. It's a like and gone. It will benefit for the next 50 years. Because in 50 years' time, we need to be aware and start doing it today. So that's one achievement. There's another one. We don't have a mall. 1 hour rams or fear. And then Taburile go Hamal Grand Kamnati. Larga beach. But imagine I want a mall. I want a bank. Go give at la bank. Can anybody about the bank? Baba good to Rwanda. What's not going to be but I will have for like hours. Go half a day to come to Habroni. Come do these things. I don't think we should be living like that. It's 2025. We need a decent, nice mall. Go Gamalete. Get run to the council again. I'm very hopeful. I'm very hopeful for it. Especially that one. This year something must happen. They must pass up anyway. But that's another achievement. And number 3. Let's be honest. The stadium National Stadium, imagine now we are going to hold world rallies, relays. I mean, imagine the whole world is going to be watching stadiums. You know what I mean? World class, you know. So we have a piece of land, along the A1, which means this stadium is all over the world. Because of noise, festivals, sports events, so how to plan something grand. Ready, we have ample land allocated for stadium. So so those three for me they go with demo. But remember something about unemployment. Unemployment. And for me, even as you go PE or East London, for instance, right motor industry. So even any town, why is a certain part or outside of it, industry. Now, Ramutswa is properly placed, or Gamalete is properly placed, even along the A1, the border for easy logistical, whatever. You know, we are rightly placed. So, I mean, contact the land body, we will try and turn Ramutswa or Gamalete, to be honest, because we want Gamalete to become industrial hub.
Something you can correct me there, Mabeo. It's just information I know that say Haribwaka, diversifying economy, not just around the constituency, but the whole country. I understand the soil. It's so conducive for things such as citrus farming. Your lemons, because so I understand the soil is so nutritious. Maybe also that presents an opportunity to another something says is that true?
That is very correct. Gamalete is on an aquifer that is called Ramutswa Aquifer. It's a huge aquifer that is transboundary, shared between Botswana and South Africa. Lots of water underneath, like a whole sea underneath. So, that's why but Rona Gamalete Development Trust. We are talking to people or family on a grand level or for such 100 hectares, like very big land, not just citrus, by the way, because remember Bollocks a lot of wheat, Bollocks meat. So Rona le bone preliminary, but this is dissimulogile sa gona gore ba tle ba leka gore ba tle go tlhabolla balimi such that ba reke di products tse gaufi,
because we shouldn't be importing those
we shouldn't be importing all those things. We're getting them from Zambia, we're getting them from South Africa, and I think really or meanwhile lefatshe is under it's underutilized. So such plans are in place, such conversations.
You spoke about a mall called Gamalete. You spoke about infrastructure development, and all of these structures create employment. And nowadays you have university kids, the degree they were laying off people. That's how bad it is. Now vocational training is an outlet. Are we preparing Banabako Gamalete vocational training, or when these big projects but the employable builders from outside of the constituency?
Through vocational training, brigade go Gamalete your bricklaying, your drafting or drawing plan and all of that. So bases banzibalete se re to that molano a rona le ba council ke gore ga gona di projects tse tona mo kgaolong go simolle kana a good portion of batho ba ba hirilweng ba se mo kgaolong gore le ke go fokotsa letlhogo le ditiro le le kana kana gape ka gore ditiro tse le say construction of a road ha se permanent job ke ya nakwana gore me nako eo segolo be re fokotsa letlhogo le la ditiro le
On a national development plan.
Yes.
Is it in line with your plans, Lele Gamalete? Will you be able to carry out the
I'm so grateful you asked that question because thankfully the NDP 12 transformation, something national transformation program, I think. You know, we discuss that road, the stadium for instance, all those things. We are fighting to get them onto that program. These submissions or it says it didn't submit. So as had a craft refill is a rebacanya at Laura Pusso in Cha Iram Retsikana Ramel. You can also follow in Ziki push or design.
I like how you answered our questions about development because it means Motswana okay places strategically. Or when any of these three is similar out before we ask you about the PAC, what are you doing to tackle Matata Island faces banana because of unemployment, on a teenage pregnancy, on a tiriso? Drugs and Ghana, these are the same hands and minds that we need to uplift the community.
Yeah. Well, we are. I thank God for the internally independent structure studies. Thing. For instance, sport. Sport, for instance, I am very hands-on when it comes to sport. For instance, I'm the founding chairperson here Ramzo Athletics Club, which is producing some of our athletes. Football, there's lots of football teams that to try and get young people to play on a tournament. There's also teams that arts, performing arts, being a former performer myself. No drama. Can't sing. But drama, for instance, just performance in general, traditional dance, an active role more because it's already
alternatives to formal employment. Gape o se ka be wa lebala metsi mo di priority tsa gago.
Ga se lebala metsi a tsonto rane go di kana metsi na sentle ke dumela gore it has to be a human right. Ba sentse ba ngoka ba tshaba go dira metsi a human right. But go bua bonnete re sogotswa ke khanya metsi ka fa. And the bulk of our problem ke aging infrastructure e leng gore e tlhoka maintenance fela. That's all we need, just to maintain where, for instance, Ranale, tanking with go demography, Lenzola, the Lenzola Tafes, Elore, Hane Eka operate at full capacity. It will focus up in Matataron. Hape, when we talk about water, I can Mizira Shera Lebabang. Thankfully, I worked for a water international organization, Rasacom, which is Orange Sinku River Commission. That's Botswana, Lesotho, South Africa, and Namibia sharing the waters of the Orange River. The Orange River is the main river on the basin. The project Lesotho to Botswana water transfer project. The new government prioritize. It's bringing 3 countries to work together to share this big project. The former government banaba prefer go Kazungule le bana Mexico go Chobekwa go retla kwa kana ba tlhaloganya ke re ba lebile tendering in within the country wa tshwara gore go jewa jang a kere yaanong ye e tswang kwa yone it takes away procurement from them because the bulk of the pipe is in South Africa. Gape it involves 3 countries, although to be honest, it will be much cheaper for us to do because it's closer. Even the project design that's on it. In 10 pump stations. In 2 pump stations and 2 booster stations because for the most part metsi a la tsamaya ka gravity because wa fologella wa bona a tswa go godimo, so it's cheaper go dira e ka 5. Gape it's also cheaper because it's 3 countries, 3 portions. You don't pay 100%. So it works nicely for this thing that is called water diplomacy. It's brilliant for water diplomacy. So metsi nka se emisi go bua ka one, metsi tshwanetse re tswelle re bua ka one because one is a big problem for us. Also, I think the government needs to think outside the box. We need this triple P strategy, really, honestly, because they can't afford to reticulate the whole country. Ba sokola go a bonala, ba sokola.
Yeah, no, nako e letsana mo puso ra khona go bona re wa bona minister wa. Yeah, no, before we let you go, just a quick one. Tell us about how the PAC works. Le gore after the deliberation le di meetings le nile le tsone, what next? Ha le re bolella gore di diba di ja 1 million. What next? Ha le expose di tsene le di exposer. Then what?
You know what is supposed to happen? They are supposed to attend to everything. Seriously, discovery and if they need to investigate, they must do that. If they need to litigate, they must do that. If they need to do anything, they must take action because of Naraba by identifying and showing them what the problem is for by rain. I'm glad about Ministry of Water. Reporter 2.7 billion Good DCEC, something is being done. That's what we hope for. That's what should happen. We will be watching because the former government they are not getting in control of everything. PAC we are watching to see the new government or what are they going to do.
Lena le di power tsa gore le ka ra DCEC kana DIS le re tsana mo officing ya le check.
We can recommend, yes. Yes, we can recommend, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
And in closing, what would you like to share with batho ba Gamalete constituency to give them hope?
Yeah, ba Gamalete ba itshiametse. Ke fela gore re buisane ka yone kganye ya metsi re tshwenyang. Kganye ya metsi ya re tshwenya tota ka kwa gore re tla tswela re ntse re lwa re tla tswela re ntse re leka go kganye ya metsi fokotsege. Ke lekile yalo by taking the 10 million Wawa constituency fund to give to water utilities that they may assist. Gore go leka go bakega ke ne ke tshabaganya gore re tse 1 million re pente class e 1 file re tse 1 million o mongwe re tsenye go sa nne impact. So ke be ke motsa o tle ke gore ba mo dirise as a way to try and help.
Blancha.
Thank you so much.
One last thing, very last thing.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank Botswana for their bravery. I'm helped by Botswana. Pusher to try and assist. And I'm thankful for you guys, the media, the work that you're trying to do. Towards you, but please, let's put more pressure. We have done it before, we can do it again. We need to correct this country. We said this is a new Botswana. Let it be.
Let it be a new Botswana. Blancha, Boniface Mabeo, the Member of Parliament for Gamalete constituency, joining us on today's Freedom Square. Thank you so much, sir.
I thank you.
Awesome.
I thank you.
7:53 on